Before this video starts, I just want to say, guys, make sure you join the Princey Films fan server. In this server, you guys can be in my future videos and send me fan arts, help me with video ideas, and more. And you can join voice calls with your friends and stuff like that in this server. And in the future, I'm going to start adding more stuff to this server, so make sure you go join this server and enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Princey Films here today. We're back with another Storytime video, and this is my third time recording this story because I used the wrong audio thing and it's getting me really mad now. So if I sound grumpy, I'm really sorry. But anyway, I just want to get this over with. But anyway, guys, today we're going to be telling you a story how I fractured my skull and brain fluid came out of my ear. And I told this story so many times, and it's like a good story to tell, like about like your worst injuries. And this is like one of the worst injuries I ever had in a lifetime, as you could tell by how I fractured my skull and brain fluid came out of my ear. But anyway, guys, today I'm about to tell you how just basically the story. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. So what happened was that I was 7 or 8 years old, and then we were about to go to our grandma's house, and then and then my mom said that I should go get my toys and stuff that I want to bring over to my grandma's house. So I decided to bring this like Captain America toy, and then till this day it still works because the Duracell batteries are freaking OP. But anyway, I went to the top bunk to get the toy, and the top bunk is my sister's bunk. Because, you know, but I really like the top bunk, even though I picked the bottom bunk. But anyway, so I went to the top bunk, and I looked down, and all of a sudden, I just wanted to jump from the from the top to the bottom. Like, I just wanted to jump from the top bunk for some reason. And me thinking about it now, that was actually really stupid of, like, me doing. But anyway, so what happened was that I just freaking jumped, and I slammed my head on the dresser, and then the dresser, I was looking at the dresser too, before I even did it, and I was like, I'm just gonna jump, and then I freaking jumped, and then I slammed my head on the dresser, oh god, and I slammed my head on the dresser, and then freaking I was screaming. I was like, Mom, and then my mom rushed in, and she was like, oh my god, she was like, oh my god, what happened? And then I was like, hit my head on the dresser. And then my mom picked me up, and she got an ice pack, and then she sat in my bed with me, and she put an ice pack on my head while I was watching TV. And then my mom said that my mom knew that it will probably get bad, whatever. So my mom said that if it started to get get worse, it still hurt, that she was probably gonna take me to the doctor. But it felt better after she put the ice pack on for an hour. So it felt better. But that doesn't end there. So we were driving to our grandma's house, and it was drizzling outside. It was about to be a storm. But anyway, we arrived at our grandma's house, and then it was almost near our bedtime because we go to bed at 9. But I mean, mostly at 8. But at that time, we went to sleep at 10 since the drive was really long. So I kind of slept in the car too. But always before we go to bed, my grandma always cleans our ears and puts lotion in her face and stuff like that, because that's like a routine for her. But anyway, she did that, and then when she was cleaning my ears, all of a sudden some liquid fluid or something came out of my ear, and she's like, what the heck is this? And then she got a sample of it on the Q-tip, and then my mom told her what happened, how I hit my head on the slammed my head on the dresser, and then she already automatically knew what it was. And then she's like, oh my god. Then she literally got my sister and my grandpa, and my grandpa doesn't know how to drive, so she asked my grandpa to drive because he's the only one that could drive. So she was driving, and then I was rushed to the freak hospital. She literally I didn't know what was happening. I was like I don't know. I didn't know what was happening. So she literally grabbed me and my sister and ran to the freaking car, and then I was rushed to the hospital, and she said, and then she said that go to the nearest hospital quick, and my grandpa was driving so fast. When there was a red light and there was nobody in the road, he he just freaking passed. It was freaking emergency. So we got to the hospital, and they took me to the emergency room, and they like got all the leftover fluid in my ear out, and then they like did like an x-ray on me, and they said that I had fractured my skull, and there was like brain fluid came out of my ear. And at this point, my grandma was actually really scared, especially my mom and my dad, because like when I told my dad about like this story, they said that like my dad said that, because my dad's like the really smart one, so my dad said that like people could like die if like brain fluid comes out of their ear and stuff like that, but I was really lucky and I didn't. So after I fractured my freaking skull, and they took me to a bigger hospital because I had to go to a bigger facility. So this hospital that I went to, this is like the first one the second one that I went to, and it was like storming, raining outside at this point, so the power at the place ran out. But anyway, at that place, I just stayed in there for a little bit, and then the hospital was kind of blah. I don't know, it just wasn't really for me, so they transferred me to a children's hospital, which was way bigger than the other one. And then this hospital was really cool. Like, there was a gift shop, there was a freaking giant fish tank and stuff. It was really cool. There was a nice little food. There's like this really cool cafeteria area where you could pick up food for kids and stuff like that. There was a nice play area and stuff like that, but we didn't really go to the play area. My mom will mostly pick up food for me while my dad watches me. My dad what? But anyway, after my mom will like pick up food for me and stuff, they literally gave me an IV. They would give me shots like all the time. Like, I got like 7 shots that day, and literally I hate needles and shots. Like, literally, if you tell literally when I got into a fight at school, what happened was that like the teacher, this buff technology teacher, literally restrained me, and I almost breaked out of him because literally I'm a beast of like getting out of like stuff. Like when people grab me and stuff, I'm a master at getting out of it. Basically when they gave me every time when they would give me a shot, it would take like 8 doctors to hold me down. Like, literally, they could not hold me. They had to hold my arms, my legs, 2 doctors would be holding my legs, 2 doctors would be holding my other arm, 2 doctors would be holding my leg, and 2 doctors were holding my other leg. Like literally, it would take them 8 of them. So they hit me with the shot. I mean, not hit me, but they gave me a shot. Like, I really hated needles, but my mom, to cheer me up, my mom took me to the gift shop a couple times. She gave me 2 boxes of the medium-sized Legos, and then she also gave me like a couple rubber duckies for the tub and stuff like that. And she did a really good job of making me feel better. And then I don't know how long I was actually in the hospital. I think I was in the hospital for like a couple weeks, or I don't know, probably a month or a couple weeks. I really don't know. But just to be a fact, with my mom was worried sick when like my grandma first told her, and my dad. Like, my mom was literally crying. She was on the phone with everybody. She was like crying. She was afraid that their CPS was gonna literally take me away. Child Protective Services was gonna take me away, or something like that. But thank God that never happened. But my mom was still worried about me. But anyway, after I was still at the hospital, after like a couple weeks later or a month, they said that I was free to go, and they said that I got a full recovery. And then, I'm not joking, when they had to give me one last shot before I had to go, and I literally kicked the doctor. I still remember that. I kicked the doctor in the stomach. I remember that when she was trying to give me a shot, because I hate freaking shots. And literally like 2 doctors had to come in to restrain my legs. But at this point, when they gave me the shot, I don't think I cried. I don't know. It just took 2 doctors to restrain me, basically. And so after they gave me the shot, we left. And then, yeah, I went home, and then my mom, like, I had to start sleeping with my mom. I don't know, I had to start sleeping with my mom, because my mom really didn't, like, trust me going back to the top bunk and stuff, because if I probably slam my head again like that, I'll probably die, like, honestly. But anyway, after, like, all that incident happened, a couple, like, weeks later, we moved to another house, which is where I'm living now, a way bigger house, because before we lived in an apartment, but now we don't, thank God. We live in a big house now, but not flex. I'm not flex. Anyway, we picked the room, and then the bunk bed that we had wasn't really made to like be just a bunk bed. So what happened was you could just get rid of the ladder and like unscrew it and you could just make it into 2 beds, which we did because my mom was like still paranoid about what happened, so she decided to make the bed into 2 beds, one for my sister and one for me, and that's what we eventually did. So what happened was that they split the bed in this bunk bed, and then we got 1 bed for me, 1 bed for Brooke, and then yeah, that's the end of the story. Until this day, me at 14, now we have another bunk bed. Which my sister has right now. It's the one with the stairs, has drawers and stuff on the stairs and stuff like that. And I jumped off of it sometimes, and it gets my mom. It makes my mom really mad when I do that. But like I kind of stopped doing it. But the reason why I do it because I have really fast reflexes and stuff like that when I'm like looking around when I'm jumping. Because when I'm like, for example, if I was like 14 right now and I jump off the top bunk in our old apartment about to hit a dresser, I think really fast what to do. If I have nothing else to do, I'll just like get my hands and like put it in front of me or something. Like I'll literally do anything to get out of a situation. Like I have really fast reflexes. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened, guys. That's the story how I fractured my skull, and it was not fun at all, especially for everybody I knew. I had a ton of visitors as well. But anyway, guys, that's the story. And me thinking about it now, why did I do that? Like, honestly, why did I do that? But lesson learned, don't ever do anything dumb like I did, because what I did was very dumb. But anyway, guys, make sure you guys like, make sure you subscribe, just the page I'll see in this post. You say court to say with your folks. And that's my story. Peace out, guys.